All right, guys, welcome to Monthly Mobility Chat with Dr. Pat. So, yeah, I'm really excited to be collaborating with this project. So, y'all don't know, Pat and I go way back.
Yep.
We went to U of H together for our undergraduates.
Go Coogs.
Go Coogs. And then we also attended UTMB, where we got our doctors of physical therapy. And my first job was at UTV,
Yep.
as was Pat's.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
It's been a while.
2011 goes fast.
It does.
So yeah, since then we have continued to just become smarter, more efficient, serve our patients, serve our clients, and we're here to talk about where we are with our businesses at this point. So pretty exciting stuff. You guys know at this point I am a health coach and consultant. I don't work in a traditional physical therapy setting. And Pat, you really don't work in a traditional physical therapy setting these days either with your business. So tell us all about it.
Thanks. Well, yeah, I worked in a traditional physical therapy setting for several years, almost 10 years. And then, I don't know, just decided to, I had a little more, I have a passion. So my passion was really to kind of get after a weakness in the system. One thing we have is patients that don't really get as good as they can get, and it's often limited not because of the quality of the therapist or the facilities or their insurance. It's just their access.
Yeah,
you know, they
the
don't
philosophy of it all.
Yeah. So I mean, our big approach is maybe taking physical therapy or performance enhancement to the person, online or in person, and we're cash based, and we'll document if you need it for your insurance company for out of network reimbursement. But our thing is we want to make physical therapy or our relationship, our performance enhancement, what we're going to do for you between ourselves, the clinician, and you, the client. No insurance company, no business overhead. It's just you, what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The client, the patient, the application there, not all the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, I mean, that's what led me out of the traditional physical therapy setting. So your service is super unique because you guys know I pretty much am 100% virtual online with my services. But Pat, you guys are still in that service where you're providing like that hands-on experience with the client, which I think is really important when you're more in that physical therapy setting. There are just some clients that the virtual is not going to be their maximal outcome. So you're coming out into the homes.
Yes, into the homes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, just like this, take it to the homes because a lot of times family, child care gets in the way. People can't make appointments.
Yes.
And
oh my
life
gosh.
happens. And we're going to be there for them. Be flexible. Set the table if it's online or in person. Deliver care. Because I mean, that's what people need is real life, and off he goes.
Yeah,
He's just gone now. But that's what happens in a regular setting, and sometimes people can't make their appointments because of kid.
Yeah.
Ironically, because of that.
It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'll come to you. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing better than that. It's very much a struggle for like moms or anyone who maybe works inside the home. Or, I mean, another great thing about your business is the flexibility with the scheduling.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Our big thing, because there's no target unit. We call it units in healthcare, or at least with physical therapy. If we spend 15 minutes with you, we get productivity for that. But you may just need 5 minutes.
Billing
all that
codes.
stuff.
Don't miss billing codes. No, I don't.
And then the insurance companies, will try to determine how many units you can bill and what you can bill and what you can do for somebody. Then your company has a certain amount of units, or it's a way to see how productive you can be. So looking at your productivity with the company or what the insurance company wants, that has nothing to do with you, what you want. And then now you have to come at 3 p.m. because of what your insurance company, what the company says.
Mm-hmm.
Or you may have to wait 2 weeks for an appointment because we're so busy.
Yeah.
And that's just selfish.
Yeah.
And we want to get out there and just help people get better. And Maxability to go, we're trying to get there within a few days. And if you have any questions where you're going on Google and try to look up back pain, knee pain, should I go to the ER? That's congestion. Yes.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
We are the guides with that. And, that's just not available in your traditional clinic setting. And that's another reason why I left, is because I want patients to have better access to me, to have that person that's really guiding. When you're seeing someone 2 times a week for 4 weeks, they're just seeing them for that 2 hours. And there's so much information beyond that you're missing to really maximize their treatment protocol and plans. So yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Yep, and we talk about that maxability to go. Our thing is like maximizing movement and gauge your ability to go, because a lot of times you want to get back to, you know, like you used to figure competitions.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I used to do powerlifting, weightlifting on the side, nothing too competitive like you did, but I mean, everybody wants something to do. Some people just want to get out and walk with their kids because they have knee pain and they're suffering, and even with COVID, we could take that to them online or in person.
Yeah, I mean, especially talk about right now what's going on with COVID. So you're going out in the homes and how you're taking, you know, that precaution and safety, so you guys can feel super comfortable with Dr. Pat coming in and laying down your care.
Yeah, I mean, definitely physical therapy. When we go to interview someone or actually work with them, we're going to get within 6 feet. So we take extra precautions. We wear a face mask and also a face shield. And this takes the place of N95. So it's going to prevent us, like I say, if we have, if we're infected or if we're, you know, asymptomatic, we can still spread it. So this way, with a face shield and this, we can maximize coverage so we don't spread the infection and get you feeling better at your house instead of waiting another month or 2 months till all this passes. This might be another couple of months because the Texas State Fair got canceled in September.
Yep,
and football's being affected already.
And people are really nervous about going out of the house right now also. So having, you know, that one less step where, you know, you're ordering physical therapy services house. This is like legendary. Like if you would have told us 9 years ago, you and I would be sitting here having this conversation.
On YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, what is this? You know, like,
right?
Like this is a different world
at
that time. You
know? 9 years ago, you and I were getting hot packs out of the hydroculator and closing up shop at 6 p.m. at UTMB doing our thing. It was just us, man.
It was a big difference. And and we learned a lot from that. I mean,
we learned a lot.
But at a certain point in time, I realized you only learn so much, and then, you know, after that, it's just the people are still suffering. There's still an issue because it's a systematic issue. Like people are not getting better.
You can only offer so much. You can only offer so much with being limited by that insurance paradigm. And like that's another thing that me and Pat really wanted to talk about, because that's huge in my business. It's even bigger in Pat's, because the clients that you have, like they are trying to use their insurance and their deductibles and their copays and things like that. And you know, you almost have to have like a PhD in insurance language to speak to some of these, you know, healthcare and just like all of the red tape and bullshit like that. But, you know, the issue is with clinics are driven by profits, of course, but the insurance companies are driving those profits. Insurance companies don't know how to make people better and get them well, you know, so your services in the back of your head isn't, hey, I need to get my patient back to maximal function, I need to get them healthy. It's, hey, I need to make productivity, I need to meet billing, I need to make sure that my boss isn't going to be up my ass because I'm not billing enough codes on this patient.
Gotta get my next person going. It's just like, it's all selfishness. It's
I mean, you're treating 2 patients at the same time as the clinic, sometimes 3. When I used to do evaluations and treat patients at the same time, and it was, I mean, it's impossible. I'm a real smart chick, but I only got 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 2 hands. And if I'm, you know, talking to Sally so-and-so, telling her to do her bridge exercises over there, or even delegating to a tech, you're not getting the best of me. And when you don't do that, you don't get the maximum benefit from your services. So, you know, that was a big one with me when I first started, you know, doing cash pay services. As clients are like, well, I want to use my insurance. And I'm like, yeah, I get that you want to pay $35 instead of, you know, $150 for a treatment session, but you're not understanding the paradigm of what you really get in a traditional therapy clinic versus being one-on-one with a very high-level practitioner. People, we're not fresh out of school. Like,
it's been almost a decade.
Pat, you know, he went through, me and Pat were both in the fellowship program together after we went to school. Pat went through the entire fellowship training. I had 200 hours, didn't finish all of my fellowship training, but that was a lesson in itself. But you went through the whole program, you know, you have put in the time. I mean, thousands and thousands of clients that we have both seen, and, you know, it's a gift now to be able to provide a service where we can just have one where we focus on and just give them our whole brain. These big brains up here.
That's what I started realizing. It was like, I call it somebody might have also called it McDonaldization, like the fast food of healthcare. Because it's like the best you can get for 1 hour. Clap your hands.
Y'all getting the dollar menu.
It's like, look, your insurance company's only pay for 6 visits. You can only make 3 of these because you got like 3 kids and you're working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do for you. And all of a sudden, that was draining. And I was talking to you about stress management.
Ooh.
That was affecting me, so I couldn't even do my job because I was stressing it over their stress. So it was the domino effect of stress.
Oh yeah, I burnt out.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. Like, I'm infamous at MTI for burning out. I was working like 50 hours a week. I was doing fellowship hours. Like, I burnt out. I left orthopedics for 3 years and went to home health because I was like, I was so done, you know,
That happens a lot in PT.
It happens a lot. A lot of people, you know, I wouldn't say, I mean, I have transitioned from the profession. I don't leave behind everything that I've learned and worked for, but some people like leave and go do like a travel agency or so. I've heard of it. Yeah. You hear about it all the time.
Just do real estate, you know.
Yeah, you hear about it all the time. But
that's a big difference too. I remember after MTI, you know, I got my fellowship training, I started realizing I'm getting people better faster, and then the patient's better. I feel better about myself, but then
it's not good for the clinic.
Because you're getting people better too fast, and you're doing too much one-on-one care. You're not documenting to the insurance company and telling them to justify the care that you're giving. Because
you're doing it in your head, not with your hands and not with the clock. So they don't value our experience and our knowledge. They just need. We have to have that patient on the clock for 53 minutes. It's
a stall game. It's like keeping like a seat filled in an airplane. It's like, okay, Southwest Airlines or something.
Yeah, but we're talking about people's health and their livelihood versus like freaking, you know, a dollar sign. And it's a huge struggle, and it's very hard to give people that mindset where you don't have to be seen 2 times a week for 4 weeks, which is like the standard. I mean, when you go to a doctor and they're writing you a script, they're like, 2 times a week for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, like, no, you...
In human body, what takes, and even in physiology, undergraduate, it takes at least 2 months to see change, 6 to 8 weeks to have physiological change. So even that way, but insurance companies, like, they only give you 12 visits, and so you have to do all this math in your head.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just...
Go find me a clinic that's actually going to let you see someone once a week for 8 weeks. Like, it is very rare. I will do it because I will tell them, like, hey, that's what I'm coming as. Like, you know, 2 years ago when I had my last stint in physical therapy, also a physical therapist, chronic user of physical therapy, because heck yeah, you know I need it. Oh, and it's worth every penny too. Pain-free 2 years, which we're going to talk about that too. But, you know, these people don't see that you can get that one evaluation with that practitioner that is fully focused on you. You know, Pat and I know Pat uses kind of like email, text message. I use my Voxer account as my email and text message with my clients where I can touch base with them during the week without them having to come in and personally see me. You know, I have clients where I'll see them once and they're better in 4 weeks. Like, they don't need me again. They pay for that one-time visit, that one-time plan. You know, I have other options with clients that need a little bit more, and I'm sure you do too, because you just kind of build based on the visit to visit, right?
Yeah, exactly. And at first I had some apprehension about charging money because I thought that was being selfish, and I was like, so even money aside, just it's cheaper in the long run because it's like if I do $120, let's say for a session, and I do 2 sessions, then I just text somebody a few times, and then that's all within a few weeks.
That's cheaper than you're paying for with co-pays. Yeah.
I had one
and you're getting maximized. We're not just getting you back to like, oh hey, your baseline, which by the way, insurance companies don't pay for you to be maximal function. They don't give a shit if you're out there running again or returning to your sport. They're like, hey, you don't have pain anymore, you can walk around.
Exactly.
See you until next time you're broken from going back to your activity. Like, we're bridging that gap is what my services especially is very much a bridging of the gap. Pat is getting you back from the deep. Like, I've been in that deep many times. The only way I got here was getting out of that deep. And I want to say that last stint I had before that season in physical therapy, I think I spent, and by the way, I was going to physical therapy paying cash pay services. I spent over $500 in 8 weeks on physical therapy, paying co-pays. I had to pay out of pocket because my deductible didn't cover services.
With insurance?
With insurance. I cash paid it. I have health insurance, but I ended up having to cash pay because I hadn't met my deductible, and they were going to charge me like $600. It was going to end up being $600 for about 8 weeks of therapy. So.
And that's what I noticed also with some companies.
I wish I would have had you to pay for like,
that's
you
such
know,
urgency. That's what
I could have come to
Pat
for what? half the price
No.
and, you know, the same quality of service, and I would have just had you, you know, we're still getting treated with like multiple patients in the clinic, so.
Yeah, that's my sense of urgency too, because it's almost like there's still a need for that, and people don't need to come for that amount of time. You have a kid running in here, people have busy lives, and
I
that's
had
why
to
people
bring
come.
Jackson in the stroller, like I would strap him in and give him the tablet and be like, Mommy's gotta do therapy, and
Exactly, I've done that.
I was really lucky for who treated me, because me and Nikki have a personal relationship. She was a mentor of mine. So she was very understanding. She knew that I could only come like once a week.
Yep.
But most people don't know that. They don't understand that. You know, your therapist, we educate clients on that, but you know, again, that's not what the clinic wants us doing, because they want you coming in more. So, you know, that's pretty much how my business got started up, because, you know, there was just such a deficit for women's health, and after I had Jackson, that's when I started having all these chronic back pain issues again, and I was like, shit. And I kept having to go back into physical therapy, and the more that I kind of tried to look at someone who was a middle ground, and I was like, oh cool, there is no one. And being a physical therapist, I at least had a better sense of direction and compass, but like there's just such a lack of direction for women after babies. The fitness world has no idea what they're actually doing with these women. They're overtraining them, and you're seeing them in the clinic too. Those women that you're getting that are having just these nasty SI issues and these back problems.
I just see that. It's suspect. When you see SI, it's like, what's going on here? It's like a whole book out of a chapter.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole book out of a chapter that's not there, because these women have just, and with, you know, the rise of the fit pregnancies and the postpartums, and you know, I see these women are pregnant that are just like jumping because someone else did it. I mean, it's just, it was just maddening. So
and then
that's where I started. You know, I started taking clients, and I saw most of them virtually because they're moms, and you know, it was like, I think my first client, I charged like $125 for just that one-time visit, 4-week follow-up virtually, and you know, it's grown from there, and that's why I'm really excited about my core strength and recovery program that I just launched, because it's even more of an asset for someone who can't pay for that, you know, one-time fee. They don't want to pay out of insurance. So, you know, now at this point in my business, and I'm sure you're going to get there too, with more educating people and putting together like treatment kind of paradigms and protocols out there, because that's not really moving in physical therapy. It's like, hey guys, here's kind of like a self-guide for how to treat your, you know, whatever your specialty is, Pat, that you know, just really zone in on. Clearly, of course, with me, it's moms and ab separation and back pain, and also women too, just because we're brutalized in the fitness industry. Like the overtraining that goes on, like they're just shoving HIIT workouts at people, and, you know, not helping these women, you know, balance their just overall health to look good and feel good, and just, you know, really preying on our body images. Like it's just, I'm not okay with it. So, you know, that's what I do now. You know, I kind of shifted more from like your just rehab setting to, you know, health, wellness, and being hot and healthy. That's all I want for the mamas. I want them hot, healthy, and sexy.
Got the mom body, got the brand.
Y'all know, something inappropriate. So, yeah, I mean, anything else you got you wanted to add, Pat?
Well, I kind of just want to add on to what you were saying too. It's like, same thing with me. It's like, I feel like summing it all up, like, whether it's working for a traditional clinic setting, the insurance company, it kind of minimizes our competencies that we were taught in physical therapy school, because we have 4 years of exercise science, 3 years of graduate school training, and many years of experience. Then every time
fellowship training, holy crap, how much that cost us? I mean, I think it was like 15 G's when it was all said and done with MTI.
There's some extra money involved, you know, and all that training.
Worth it. But
these insurance companies are going to pay you just like you're a new grad day zero.
They don't care. They don't care if you're dumb or smart.
Yeah, or better yet, not even a doctor of physical therapy, you're just a tech, because you still need a medical prescription. Like, this person has a tear, here's a protocol, do it competently, and like, we're beyond that as professionals.
Yeah, we're not there anymore.
And
we have direct access.
So direct access in Texas is like 10 to 15 business days. Yeah. I can see 15 business days with my specialization.
You don't need more than that. You don't need more than that. You call him directly. You don't even have to go to the doctor, drag your kid or whoever, make that appointment. You just dial him up. Yeah. He's got a phone number and an email and everything.
Yeah, we're about to, when we wrap it up, I'll kind of give you my information, but that's what I was going to say. I mean, that's the problem right now. It's like healthcare is just, it's busy. Now, COVID has really showed some weaknesses in the facility, so online or in person, we can see you and do a competent treatment. And we have we have our social media we can give you, and
Yeah.
we'll show you our
Yeah.
competencies in the next few weeks if you're interested.
This
You can contact us, but we'll be speaking more about what we do and what we can do for you.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a monthly mobility chat, and that's kind of this whole theme that we really want you guys to see is like mobility within services for healthcare, wellness, and health.
Yep.
But also that we are mobile providers. Like this is the future. This is
Yeah.
the future of health and wellness. It's
This is
not.
the future right here. This little camera.
Yeah,
setup,
like it's like it's gonna be amazing, and I'm so pumped to be here, Pat.
That's
So
what's up.
pumped.
That's
So.
crazy.
You guys can find me. My website is currently being redone, but you can reach me through my Instagram at Dr. Christina Jarling. Also, my email is ChristinaJarlingFit@gmail.com. I'll drop all my things below, as well as any links to, like I said, my core programming is up and running. I am also I will be enrolling new clients either for start of, I think, August, but I'm still doing one-time consultations right now. I'm just not taking any more long-term clients because y'all got me real busy this month, Pat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pat, tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook by name Patrick Riley, and on Instagram my name is Cerebro. That's my personal page. It's kind of professional, so you can contact me there. But my business page is Maxability to Go. You have to type in Maxability TO Go on Instagram, but Maxability to Go.
I'll drop everything in the comment section for this. So thank you guys so much for joining. We look forward to keeping this rolling. Please feel free to drop any questions, comments below for us to respond to. And till next time.
Next time. Peace.